Do you have an interview coming up this week? Maybe even a couple? If so, there are 2 questions that I have to ask you as a chief operating officer that will help you ensure that you crush them this week. Hi, my name is Beverly. I'm a chief operating officer. I've been scaling operations for over a decade and in over 6 fields. And the first question I have for you is that when you submitted your application for the interview that you're about to go on, did you put your name on the resume for the application that you submitted? Oh, great. You checked. Okay. So that is your name. Looking at the resume, are those the skills that you've cultivated over your career as well? That's my second question. Have you done those things that you put on your resume? So it is your name and it is your skill set. Okay. That's great. That means that you did that. You did that. As hiring managers, we don't know what you don't tell us. We may sense that you're a little anxious, but for the most part, we're taking you at face value. So what makes you think that you are not the most qualified person in the room to speak to not only the incredible experiences that you have culminated over your career, whether you've been working in the field for 20 seconds or 20 years, you are the most qualified person in the room to speak to your experiences. You are. And everything that the hiring team is looking for is whether or not you can speak to it, which you did that. So you can. And to that end, we only bring people into interviews that we are excited to see. Did you know that? Did you know that the people who are about to meet you this week or the people who are about to interview you again, whether it's the 3rd round, 5th round, whatever, are excited to see you? Did you know that they're excited? And not only are they excited to see you, they're excited to see you because of what you bring to the table. They're excited to see you because of what you have going on, what you have cultivated, your resilience, your brilliance, your talents. They're excited for you. That is your room if you'll claim it. But Beverly, how do I claim it? You've done the job. You've done the hard part. The hard part's done. You've got the skills. You went to school. I can't be the only one seeing this, right? I can't be the only one seeing your brilliance, right? You have already done the hard part. And I don't want to hear if you've been transitioning to another field or another job, or if it's for a director level, whatever. You wouldn't have gone for it if you didn't feel you could do that ish. Okay? So the hard part is already done. So in knowing that they are excited to see you and knowing that your name is the one that's on that resume that they got excited about because of your skill set and your experience, and knowing that the hardest part is done, that you have applied, that you have done the work, that you have transitioned, that you have gone to the lengths you've gone to get into that room, that you've gotten in that room, and knowing all of that, and that they're excited to see you there. The Sunday Scaries should be nothing more than what outfit are you going to pick?
Here's a protocol that is going to get you from constantly taking your shoes off at the end of the night or throughout the night because your feet hurt so bad to sprinting and wearing heels in any size, any shape, any heel length for life. My name is Beverly. I'm a longtime heel wearer, but one of my biggest joys in life is that I've helped so many of my friends go from 0 to sprinting in stilettos. All from my protocols. And yes, this includes wide feet and flat feet, especially wide feet and flat feet. Like, I've got y'all. I've already gone over in part 1 the types of exercises you should be doing, so make sure you go over there to look at those. Because you're gonna be doing those 3 times a week. And on the days that you are not doing those exercises, like going to bar, doing the things I talked about in that video, on the off days, you are going to be training in those heels that I talk about in part 2. By training, I mean just walking in those shoes, girlfriend, or boyfriend, or they friend. You are just going to be walking on those off days. So if you are doing those exercises on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then on Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday, you are wearing the heels that I recommend in the second part. The reason for this is that you are training your whole legs, your whole body, to get accustomed to being in these heels long term. The reason this is so important is because you are not going to get the balance, stability, and muscle growth that you need to feel comfortable to wear heels 8 hours at night when you're at the club or at an event, at a wedding, things like that, if you are only doing it 3 times a week. But you also don't want to overexert on your muscles because at the end of the day, they are rebuilding themselves to be able to meet this new you that's a heels wearer and somebody who's going to be out here stepping on necks in these streets. So on the off days that you are not doing the actual training works of those classes, things like that I mentioned before, you need to be walking around in the training heels. And that's literally the thing. Just walking around in them. Nothing crazy. Sitting down, standing up, moving around in them, because now you have high quality shoes that your body is stable in, your balance is stable in. You're getting used to the ability to walk around in those shoes that will ultimately one day lead to different types of heels and all kinds of stuff. Always listen to your body and always make sure that you are doing what's healthy for you. Some of you may take more time, some of you take less, but for the most part, for the vast majority of the people I have helped do this, where they've gone from 0 to sprinting in stilettos, this is the protocol that I've had them use. Here are some things to look out for. If you are feeling like rubbing or like a burning sensation on the bottoms of your feet, that could be for a couple of reasons. One, that shoe that you bought does not have a good like sole support. There isn't a lot of good sole stabilization. So make sure that there's padding in the shoes that you're buying. If there is padding and you're still feeling that like burning sensation on your feet, then you should go and get yourself some insoles. I've recommended this especially to my friends and family members who are flat-footed. You can get insoles online. You can get insoles literally anywhere that will just make that a lot more pillowy for you. It's not necessarily the heel. It is also sometimes too, if you're working with less arch, then you have to add sometimes more cushion than what's in the standard shoe, and that's okay. Don't throw out the shoes. If they're good quality shoes, you just might need a little bit more support as you're navigating it. So pay attention to how your feet are responding. If you are starting to feel rubbing on the sides of your shoes, like you're feeling like it really hurts on the right side of the shoe, and you've been training in them for a couple of weeks, like really been breaking them in, and they're still like rubbing, that shoe is too narrow for you. And I want to be conscientious of saying that even shoes that are marketed for regular sized shoes or wide size shoes, at the end of the day, your foot is unique to you. So I don't really care how it's marketed. The most important thing is that it fits well to you. So as you're training in them, if you're noticing rubbing, if you're noticing scratching, if you're noticing any of that over time where they should be starting to stretch out because you're following the regimen, take them off, go and return them. And then swap them out with a different brand, because sometimes it'll take you a second to find the right shoe. But the only way you'll know that is by doing the protocol. Because once you do this protocol, you'll start to discover the shoes that actually really work for you. Like I have several brands that I know when I put those shoes on, they will fit me well every time. There's other shoe brands that I know are truly only for looking cute in and sitting down at a restaurant or sitting down at an event, because they're to look cute in and nothing more. But it's important to know that not all shoes are created equal. And as you're training in them, pay attention to your body, and then write down the brands that you had to return and write down the brands that you kept that you felt really good in. That is how you are building a long-term relationship with heels. Now go to the next part where we're going to talk about how we get you from training mode into stilettos.
So I'm afraid of heights, and it's an irrational fear. I don't care if that railing, that balcony is made out of vibranium. I'm still going to feel like I'm going to fall if I look over it. And fear is a human instinct. You can't really help it. Doubt we put there all on our own. And the only way to get rid of doubt is by doing. You don't have to do the whole thing all at once, just a little bit of doing, over and over. And part of that process is failure. You have to have failure to make sure you're doing it right. And through that doing, you get rid of the doubt. If you want to have more confidence in everything that you do,